Hello, welcome to the Unsung, the Voices of Youth Justice Teacher video. I want to walk you through some of the materials and resources that we've created for this contest and help you get started. So first off, I've created a single slideshow for the entire contest where you can go in and customize the content to best meet the amount of time that you have available, but also the materials and resources that best fit your students and environment. So to start off, if you can open this slideshow, you'll click File, Make a Copy, and that will allow you to have your own version that you can edit. The version that you see here before you, you won't be able to make changes to, but it will give you access to see all of the different activities and you can present with it, but you won't be able to customize it. If you can't use Google Slides inside of your school, that's okay, because you can save file, download as PowerPoint. And I've already tested this feature a couple times and the PowerPoint version is exactly the same and all the links work and all the notes are consistent inside of the PowerPoint. So that's a really easy way to use it if you can't use Google Slides in your classroom. Most importantly, there are some of you who will have trouble just opening this file. And if that's you, don't worry, just send me an email and I will send you the PowerPoint version of this slideshow and you'll be able to manipulate that one in any way you would like. So our second slide in the slideshow is around our standards. We have both ELA standards and technology standards that are covered in this initiative. It's a series of activities. So our first activity to get kids engaged in the topic is around what is a protest song. Again, you can decide how many of these slides you want to use inside your classroom. And you'll notice at the bottom of each slide, there's a little message in red, and then some of them also have a message in blue. The red is a note for teachers, just talking a little bit about the slide and some additional material or things you might want to consider when teaching it. And you'll notice some slides also have a blue note, and those are around technology. So if, for example, on this slide, you choose to show the We Shall Overcome video, but you can't use YouTube in your classroom, I've included a video that you can download here that will give you direct access without having to use something like YouTube or Vimeo. So hopefully that will make it accessible to all. So we have a couple different examples of protest songs. You don't have to use all of them. At the end, there's a little exit ticket, which gets the kids excited, and a little foreshadowing in our images here about writing a song that has to do with a youth justice policy issue. There is an extension activity as recently a protest song has come out, and we just ask that you really take note in our teacher section to preview all of the content. This video may not be suitable for your classroom or your students, depending on the grade level or the level of security. And so please just make those decisions to the best of your ability and self-select the material that you think will work best for your school. Next up is our policy issues for youth justice. Our first slide is an article from News ELA. It's available in multiple reading levels as well as Spanish. And then there's an activity that you can participate in as well, in addition to that. We also have a slide on data literacy, and we also have a video on prison to school pipeline with an activity. And then there's a collection of articles on policy issues. If you see a resource that you can click and open through Google, I've put the corresponding resource as a PDF in the notes section so that everybody can access everything. Next up, we have our lyric journal activity. This is a makerspace activity which can be embedded into your Unsung initiative. And it uses very minimal supplies that you probably already have in your classroom. There are some activities around the lyric journal, some journal prompts, a sketchnoting lyric journal activity, and an annotating. I wanted to point out on the sketchnoting activity, our featured artist has allowed us to use some of his lyrics to sketchnote, and I'll show you what that will look like. If your students are interested in sharing their sketchnote with us, you can upload them here and we'll put them on the s'more, but please just make sure that none of your students' names are on their image. Lastly, we have an annotating exercise with, again, our featured artist's lyrics from his song Liberation Music. Our last activity is around We Didn't Start the Fire. And again, this is a video that you'll want to preview as it shows a visual image for each of the items that Billy Joel lists in his song. If that video doesn't work for you, at the bottom underneath here is also an additional link where you can just play the song audibly. We are asking students in this activity to create their own modern day verse of We Didn't Start the Fire, and there's a corresponding worksheet. If you want to share out your students' verses, you can click here to share them. For some of you, I know you won't be utilizing the Soundtrap tool to create your songs. We do have a few schools that do not currently have internet access for students. And this is where you'll want to kind of tune out of the teacher guide and create your songs in a way that you have decided will work best for your facility. But for those of you who are going to be using Soundtrap, these next few slides are for you. This is the link to the education site. Every single student will be given a username and a password, and they'll be in a walled garden environment where we've turned off all collaboration on Soundtrap. There's a quick little crash course that shows students all the different areas and features that Soundtrap has to offer. And then we have a very simple guide to creating their song. So we'd like their song to include some drums or a beat, and they can add that loop to begin their song. We'd also like them to add 2 additional track layers to their song. And when they sing their unsung song, it must be at least 20 lines long, include a 4 to 6 line chorus, and have at least 2 verses. The next slides will walk you through a visual guide of what it will look like when students log into the tool and are following the steps to create their song. Lastly, they're going to want to save their song and name it. We would love for your songs to be the school's first name underscore the song title. And then they'll download that song as an MP3, and you'll upload that song into our submission portal, which we'll share with you when we get a little further along. If you need any additional resources, they're on the last slide. They link out to our s'more, our Unsung website, the Soundtrap page. And of course, if you need any help, you can email me or visit the Soundtrap help page for more information for troubleshooting Soundtrap. Here is our Unsung s'more. We've done a little bit of redesign just to match kind of our colors and themes, but you'll see all of the information will be linked out and shared with you tomorrow. This is a good place to visit to get information in a timely manner. We update this a lot during the process of the initiative. This is what Soundtrap will look like. And if you enter the studio in Soundtrap, students will be able to make their songs right here, save them, and share them. I want to show you a little bit around the collaboration piece. It may look like students can collaborate, but we've turned off these features. So if they try to reach out to someone on the list, it's going to tell them that they're not able to do that at this time. So all of these links have been blocked. So even though these things may populate, I didn't want you to be nervous that students will be able to reach out or contact anyone. we have turned all of those features off. And lastly, you can always visit our Unsung website. Here you can read about the contest guidelines, the Unsung activities, visit Soundtrap, or visit our Unsung newsletter S'more site. So we hope this helps you get started. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, and we really look forward to hearing your songs. Talk to you soon. Bye.